Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Eclectic Knitter podcast. It is December 27th. It is 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm on Central Standard Time currently, so now you know. It's been a while. I swear I had recorded an episode since September, but I have not been able to find the video for it anywhere, so I guess it didn't happen. Um, Either way, welcome. My name, of course, is Raylene. My Ravelry username is Kamana Knits. Um, I need to stop playing with my hair. um, it could be a longer episode, it could be a shorter episode. Um, I haven't really been knitting a whole lot or doing actually any kind of crafting this fall. Um, so like I said, it could be longer, could be shorter, depends on how much I yap on. So yeah, I guess we'll get into it. I have my first finished object of the year, finished on the 24th of December. It's actually knit out of one of the things that I purchased this fall, which I have here for my stash enhancement. I bought 5 skeins of Beaver Slide dry goods, 90% merino, 10% mohair worsted weight 2-ply. This is in, like, the colorway is midnight something midnight. It's a really nice dark blue. I promised a friend of mine that I would knit him a hat, mitts and gloves, or mitts and scarf, and this is the yarn that I picked. So I have the hat finished. I did the Craig pattern. It's not blocked, so it's it only really sits nice like this. By Jared Flood. I think it's by Jared Flood. It's in a Brooklyn tweed. So it could be Jared Flood, but it needn't be Jared Flood. Let's double check that so that I am not giving wrong information. It is by Jared Flood. Alright, that's good. It was from the Brooklyn Tweed Men Volume 2 and Brooklyn Tweed Ganseys collection. So yeah, I finished that. Hopefully it fits him. Because it's not blocked, it will probably grow a little bit, and it's a little big on me. I'm hoping this top will, like, super too big on me. So, you know, I want the top to lay flat, but the way they have you do the decreases, it has you, like, at the end you still have 36 stitches on your needle, and then you're supposed to gather those. Yeah. So yeah, I gathered them as much as I could, and then kind of on the inside sewed it together a little bit. So yeah, I'm hoping I can get that to lay flatter once it's washed. But I do not have any Euclin to wash it with, so I need to go pick some up. But it was a really nice pattern. The cabling is really easy. It's definitely not a hard pattern to follow. I did this with the needle size that was suggested by the pattern. So the ribbing is done on a US size 5, and the rest of the hat is done on a US size 8, which I feel is appropriate for the yarn, but I maybe could have gone down a needle size to get it to be slightly smaller, so I could have done the body on a 7. But yeah, it'll probably bloom and fill out, and there's not really, I don't know how to describe it, so that is my finished object for the year, basically. What have I worked on? Just leaning down here. in my Fat Squirrel Fibers Fox sweater bag. I think I showed this last time, but as I cannot find the video, I have finished the body of the Row sweater by Michelle Wang, and I have sewn it together. It has been washed and blocked before I sewed it together, but it's been folded up in my bag a little bit, so it's a little sitting funny. This is Row by Michelle Wang. It was from a Brooklyn Tweed a while ago. It's supposed to be an oversized like jacket kind of thing. I'm knitting it out of Louette Gems merino worsted or something. The colorway is called steel gray, but it's obviously very purple, but that depends on the light. So the body is completely done. I just have to do the sleeves and oh geez, the sleeves, of course, and the, what am I trying to say? The collar. The collar is 10 inches of ribbing, which is awesome, as I'm sure you can all imagine. This is messed up. So anyway, I have started on the sleeves. I've started on one sleeve specifically. So I will show that to you. I should maybe do this later, but I am now annoyed by, alright, there we go, okay. So I've started the sleeve, I've done the 4 inches of ribbing, and I've just started the chart for it. Hopefully you can see that. So this is the left sleeve, and then I have to do a right sleeve. And that's what I've been knitting on this weekend, now that I've actually been knitting this weekend. So yeah, that is for my sister-in-law, and it was for her birthday almost 2 years ago. Hot. Contigo things keep things really hot. Because of how my couch is, I have cup holders, but cups with handles don't fit in the cup holders, and if I have a glass like on one of the side consoles, I've literally spilled a glass of whiskey on my couch because I knock it over. So I use a travel mug. We learn from our mistakes. The only other thing that I have knit on, which is in my Fox Birdleg Bags bag, is, this might not be so hot. Okay, that's, ooh. Apparently I'm in the middle of a square, and I haven't woven in ends for a really long time. And, ooh, I kind of shoved this in the bag. Funky. Alright, so this is my memory blanket thingy that I'm doing out of Tosh Merino Light mini skeins. I don't remember where I was when you guys saw it last. I feel like I've done these, and then this whole row. So it's coming along. I feel like I need to get more mini skeins. I'm running out of color options, so I need to either buy more TML mini skeins, and there's someone on Ravelry who has got a whole bunch listed. They're $2 a piece plus shipping. So I may just order a bunch from her. I don't remember the pattern name. Let's see. It is the Memory Blanket by Georgie Nicholson. It's just a mitered square blanket. I've modified it slightly in order to be able to use up a complete 5-gram mini skein that I got from the 2012 mini skein swap in the Madeline Tosh group. And sometimes I'm having quite a bit left over. So I'm making the squares slightly smaller than the original blanket is doing. I think I'm doing 44 stitches instead of 52 or something. But then otherwise it's per pattern, not that I even bother looking at the pattern anymore. So yeah, it's been going nicely. It'll be really nice once it's done. I have a little bit of stash enhancement besides the Beaver Slide dry goods, which is the first time I've ordered from them, which was nice. So I also placed an order from Madeline Tosh. One of the things that I bought, I did not pull out, but I pulled out a skein of some of the other stuff. So I bought a sweater quantity in DK Twist in Sea Glass. That's very washed out. It's a really bright, vibrant green that's looking very washed out, like I said. Can't do a whole lot about that. It's like a really bright, grassy, springy kind of green. So I have like 7 skeins of that. And then I bought a skein of 80-10-10 fingering weight. It's called Blue Bonnet Highway. They're actually discontinuing their 80-10-10 bases from what if I remember correctly. And then I bought a new base. I mean, it's new to me. It's a newer one of theirs too. It's Eurosock. It's softer than Woolmiza, but it kind of is supposed to be the same. So it's a really tight twist. I think it's an 8-ply. It's 100% merino. And this is the Sidewalk Chalk colorway. So it's kind of a splattery colorway. And then I bought their Mow Light base, which is a single ply merino mohair. It's similar to Tosh Merino Light in Magic something. It's a black base and then it's got rainbow or neon rainbowy short little sections or splatters kind of. And I'm planning on doing a boxy out of that, hopefully. I have 5 skeins of it, so I have enough to do quite a sweater. I have more yarn coming. I placed another order from Miss Babs. I also have some self-striping from Nomadic Yarns, Vesper, and Desert Vista Dye Works. I've never ordered from Desert Vista Dye Works or Nomadic Yarns before, though both of those are dye to order, so I'm not expecting them until probably February or so. I know Nomadic Yarns isn't scheduled to ship until the end of January. Desert Vista Dye Works, I haven't checked my order number with her proposed shipping schedule, which is fine. I mean, Vesper's been shipped, and Miss Babs is supposed to get to the States where my parents will pick it up for me. Today it was actually delivered to the post office on Saturday because the delivery place was closed. So yeah, that's way too much enabling for someone who really hasn't knit this year. I have done a very little bit of cross stitch on my yearly Let's Go on an Adventure. I'm almost finished January, and I mean the year's done. I actually ordered the next year. Next year it's another storybook one. I also have they did a 4-week national parks knit along to celebrate the U.S. National Parks 150th anniversary, which was this last year, and Canada's National Parks 150th anniversary is actually 2017. So I ordered the kit for that, which did come in. I have not opened it or touched it. I also ordered some fabric from Knitter's Nightmare. She dyes fabric sometimes. I can see it over there, and she sent me some of her dyed silks, which I thought was really nice of her. I didn't order that. And I've ordered the next year's, oh, I said that already. I ordered the next year's kit for the monthly, year-long stitch along through Frosted Pumpkin. And it's another storybook one. So that's why I did it. Fairy tale storybook something. I don't remember what the theme is. I probably won't even do it this year. I need to finish this Let's Go on an Adventure, and then I have the other Once Upon a Time going, and then I have some Heaven and Earth designs, ones that I want to do, and some of the yarn. One of the skeins of yarn that I ordered from Nomadic Knits is for my mom for a pair of socks for her birthday, and then I ordered a sparkly purple called Sugar Plums from her. That's for my niece. I'm going to make her like tube socks with no heel, so that they last a little longer. And yeah, so hopefully the knitting will start again. I know I'm kind of umming a lot. I don't have show notes written yet. See, there we go again. So I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants, and I brought whatever I could remember that would be new since September, since I have apparently not recorded. I do have a pair of socks going for my mom out of yarn that she bought, but they're over there because they're over there. So a book review, or what I'm currently reading, I guess, because I haven't finished anything recently that is worth talking about. So right now I am reading The Best Kind of People by Zoe Whittall. This is, I believe it was nominated for the Scotiabank Giller Prize this year. She is Canadian. It's a Canadian author. I'll read the back. You can see from my bookmark, I'm a little bit in. So the back goes, George Woodbury, an affable teacher and beloved husband and father, is arrested for sexual impropriety at a prestigious prep school. His wife, Joan, vaults between denial and rage as the community she loves turns on her. Their daughter, Sadie, a popular, overachieving high school senior, becomes a social pariah. Their son, Andrew, assists in his father's defense while wrestling with his own unhappy memories of his teen years. A local author tries to exploit their story, while an unlikely men's rights activist attempts to get Sadie on side their cause. With George locked up, how do the members of his family pick up the pieces and keep living their lives? How do they defend someone they love while wrestling with the possibility of his guilt? With exquisite emotional precision, award-winning author Zoe Whittall explores issues of loyalty, truth, and the meaning of happiness through the lens of an all-American family on the brink of collapse. So it's a Canadian author. The book is set in New England. It starts like this, George, the husband, it starts with him actually 10 years prior to the story that makes up the majority of this book. 10 years prior, he actually stopped a school shooter, and was really well known for that. And it's a small town, so he's obviously well known in the community, and then 10 years later is accused of not very nice things and is arrested. None of the book, from what I've read, is from George's point of view. He says he's being framed. The family doesn't know whether to believe him or not. It's told from his wife, Joan, his daughter, Sadie, and his son, Andrew's point of view. Pretty much every chapter is a different person from the family. So far, like I said, I'm not finished, but it is very good. I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see if we ever see anything from George's point of view, or if the quote unquote truth is actually determined, whether he is guilty or not. I know it will be determined according to the court, or whatever, but that doesn't always mean anything, right? So it's very interesting. I would suggest that you read it, even if the subject matter is potentially uncomfortable. Um, but I think it's very fitting. It's very relevant to right now. And I think it'll be interesting to see how she pulls it all together and what she does with it. I can't wait to finish it. And then hopefully I can talk more about it. So there's that. Other things I'm reading American Gods still by Neil Gaiman. I'm reading Crimson Death by Laurell K. Hamilton. It's the newest in the Anita Blake series. That's kind of my fluff reading, which I'm barely into. Let's see. What else? Because it is Christmas, GoDaddy is having sales on their domains and website hosting and stuff like that. So we are the podcast, the royal we. The podcast is going to be back on iTunes. It actually got approved yesterday. It's under the Eclectic Knitter. I have uploaded episode 50 and 51 in a manner which I can then upload to iTunes, or which have been uploaded to iTunes. This episode will be on iTunes. I will continue uploading onto YouTube as normal. So it'll be YouTube, iTunes, and the website is theeclecticknitter.com. So yeah, hopefully that'll work out. Hopefully I will be trying to record more. It may continue to be somewhat sporadic depending on how much I knit or craft, and fingers crossed that I will continue to get my crafting mojo back. It's been kind of sad, I guess, without it, but at the same time, I haven't been forcing myself to do something that I just don't feel like doing. So there's that. I have a lot of projects planned, a lot of things I want to do. So I have to finish some of the stuff that I have on my needles. The sweater for my sister-in-law is the #1 priority right now. I need to get that done. I need to get that out of my house. I need to get it to her. And then I still have my, I still have that Low Tide tank top from Tin Can Knits, doing that in Madeline Tosh lace, which is a discontinued base. And then I have a lot of self-striping coming to do more socks, and I need more socks, so that's something to work on. So yeah, basically New Year's resolution, I guess, is just to craft more. I don't really have a thing. I do want to get my sister-in-law's sweater done sooner rather than later. But anyway, Christmas over here was good. I went out to my parents on the 23rd. We actually did Christmas at their place on the 24th because my brother and sister-in-law had a gathering in Winnipeg on the 25th. So there was a blizzard scheduled to come through Manitoba, southern Manitoba. Started on the 25th and went all day the 26th. So I was going to stay until the 26th, but ended up leaving on the 25th in order to avoid the blizzard. And I actually drove through it for a while, close to Brandon, for a couple hours. And then it was fine the rest of the way. We got snow here in Saskatoon while I was gone. Apparently it happened on the 24th. And then there was more snow again yesterday morning when I got up. So it hasn't even been that cold. It was for about a week, but otherwise it hasn't been that cold. And it's not that cold today. But, you know, staying at home and enjoying my Christmas tree and, you know, stuff like that. So I hope your holidays were good. I hope you are having a great end of the year. Enjoy time with family. Enjoy your knitting. and I will hopefully see you in about 2 weeks. Talk to you later. Bye.